First is the worst. Second is in last. Third is the one with the Very Real podcast.
Nice.
Welcome to Very Real Talk, everybody. We're three real boys.
Yeah.
And we're going to be giving you the realest talk.
No fake shit
Either
here.
of you fucking lie to me ever on this podcast, we're done. That's the last episode.
Oh.
This is real talk.
Oh.
We're going to be talking about whatever the fuck we want.
That's
we
true.
love talking into microphones.
Mm-hmm.
We love each other.
We love each other.
There's definitely a lot of love in here.
We love having fans. So please be a fan. Listen to this episode, enjoy it, and then listen to more and tell your friends.
Yeah.
That's how we'll get this going.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And turn on your fan. You know, it's getting hot.
Because the talk is so real.
When the podcasts start, it's like, oh, I'm a little hot under the collar. Maybe I should.
These boys are being too real.
You're right. Maybe I should dunk myself in some sort of liquid.
Yeah, feel free. We're not responsible for that, but if
No.
you want to, do it. By the way, my name is Nick Potter. I will be your host. Just freestyling those catchphrases, those intro catchphrases for you guys until I find the right one.
All right.
Okay.
Let me introduce you boys now. My boy Colin Sage is over here. Colin, I got a question for you.
Okay.
Tell me one of your deepest, darkest fears in life. And you have to be real.
Man, this is very real talk. And so I'm going to have to talk very real.
Yeah.
Deepest, darkest fear, you know? I think, perfect. My deepest, darkest fear is, and this happened recently, forgetting someone's name or that I met them, having just met them and learned their name.
Are you talking about like in the same day you forgot their name?
Yes,
Okay.
It actually happened recently
Yeah.
where I met an individual. We talked for maybe 10, 15 minutes.
All right.
And then fast forward like 2 hours later, he was with another group. And I was like, hey, man, what's your name? Who are you?
Oh,
And he looked at me.
That's a big oof.
Oh, yeah. He looked at me dead in the eyes. He was like, we met earlier.
You know who I am.
Right. No, and he was salty about it, which, you know, sure. And I was just like,
Yeah, I had a big problem with that in college because I'm like a super fun, personable guy,
Right.
Yeah.
and I'm very memorable. But other people, I'm being real with you guys here. I am. I'm fun and memorable.
Okay.
So people would like recognize me from a different party and be like, "Oh, Nick, what's up?" And I'd have to hit him with a like champ or something.
Yeah.
like, scout.
Here's my
like a
secret.
governor.
Even when I know people, I never call them by their name.
You hit him with a
no,
bruh.
no,
Yeah.
that's a good.
Like people like leave work, they're like, "Bye, Joey." I'm like, "Later, dude."
Yeah.
I've known you for 7 years, but you're dude or
Right.
man.
And that works. In my particular instance, though, I was a little too confident.
Right.
Where I should have just assumed that I had met people or whatever, and I was just like, "What's up, man?" Like straight into his eyes. It's like, "How are you? Like, where are you from? What do you do?
What's your whole deal?"
And he was just like, "We already had this conversation like an hour ago." He's like, "You met me."
And then your skeleton fell out of your body.
It
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
It really. Whew.
I hate that feeling. Okay. Let me introduce this other person talking. It's my brother,
Chia.
Joey Potter.
Sup?
Joey, I got a question for you.
All right.
Scale of 1 to 10, rank yourself on the first time you had sex.
The first time I had sex, like
This is real talk, Colin.
how good I was.
Yeah, how good do you
or
think
how
you
good
were?
the experience was.
Both.
Well, the experience was amazing because I was watching Black Dynamite, which is my
yes.
favorite movie ever. I mean, really, like, I'd probably have to put it at like a 5.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't bad. It definitely wasn't bad. Obviously, it wasn't great.
Right.
If
You
you
know?
took the sex out, would it still just be a 5? Like Black Dynamite was so
Just on
amazing.
its own.
Right. It just overshadowed everything else. Or maybe
No.
the sex brought it down. You're like, man, I'm really trying to watch Black Dynamite. Get off.
It
They're
was
doing
dur-
Code Kansas
It was
right now.
no, it was during the sex scene in Black Dynamite where it
that's-
goes animated.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you kind of went animated.
Yeah, I became like
Your
a
dick became animated.
I became a spaghetti monster and just
Yeah.
yeah.
Whoa, I'd have to rank that a lot higher than a 5. I transcended into a sort of
It's not even on the scale. It's like,
transdimensional spaghetti monster.
Yeah, but
you
no,
want
it
to
was-
see my panini? Oh, no, it's a sandwich. Penne? Penne?
Paninis is the
There
red
you
one.
go.
Paninis,
Angel
yeah.
hair. All right.
what were we talking about?
Oh, how you rank yourself on having sex?
Yeah, I mean,
I guess the
experience 10 out of 10.
Yeah, right.
10 out of 10. Doing it first time, first girlfriend. Hell yeah.
Right.
Black Dynamite 10 out of 10.
Okay.
20 out of 10 experience wise.
Yeah.
Rate
Did
myself.
it happen
I'm humble.
in
5.
2010?
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah. Wait.
Just say it. Just say it.
Yes.
Nice.
It was the year that I graduated high school.
I'm always going to be hitting you guys with these questions. I did not plan this with these guys. I'm just trying to fucking throw them off.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this podcast is a little loose, but we're structured in a certain way.
Yeah.
We're going to start off just playing a fun game.
Right. Mm-hmm. I've got a fun game for everybody.
Yeah, we're going to do different games.
We're going to do a point system. Ooh. Maybe there'll be prizes.
Okay.
Who knows?
Yeah, we're going to do a fun game, and then after the game is over, and someone obviously is going to win every time, and we will keep track of that.
Yep.
We've all brought a topic just to talk about.
Yeah.
And be very real about it.
Yeah, with our first episode, our topics are kind of more they're so you can get to know us a little bit.
Yeah, we want you guys to get to know us. We want to be your friends.
Right. Take a deep dive inside of us.
Yeah.
Come explore.
Do that.
Reach
Come watch Black Dynamite with me.
Joey? Oh no, wait, what are you implying?
It's Dynamite and Chill, dude.
Hey man, anything can happen with Black Dynamite.
It's so true.
On TV.
Fuck. Yeah, okay. So let's move over to our very first game segment.
Nice. All right, everybody, it's game time.
Yes, I love games.
It's game time. It's going to go hard.
We're going to play Monopoly, and you guys have to listen to it the whole time.
Right.
Ooh,
there's going to be lots of screaming.
Was that a Coors Light?
It was a Coors Light.
Very well talk brought to you by Coors Light.
Yeah, please sponsor us, Coors Light. I'll take that money. We drink your beer every time we podcast.
Mm-hmm. Right. So today's game, I do not have a name for it, and we might have to come up with one here.
Okay, that sounds like a game all in itself.
The temporary name would be Urban Dictionary Trivia.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I was looking for something a little more flashy, like Dick Triv or like Urban.
I don't know how flashy we are. Our podcast
Urban
is just
Jeopardy.
called Very Real Talk.
Right, Urban Jeopardy. I don't know. It's not really Jeopardy. We'll just get into it. So this game is going to work out. There's going to be 5 questions.
Okay.
Right? So each question, I'm just going to give a definition.
A definition?
Of a word. A definition. I'm going to give the definition.
Okay.
And then I'm going to... There are 4 choices. It's multiple choice.
Okay.
Of the... Whatever the word is.
Right.
And then you all will pick which word you think goes with the definition.
Okay.
1 point awarded to each.
Sure.
Pretty simple stuff. But these are all random ass things I pulled off Urban Dictionary. Okay. And if you think that motherfucking task is easy to just like, I'm just gonna find some cool stuff on Urban Dictionary.
I'm sure.
It's not.
I'm sure that you thought it was going to be easy.
I was like, oh, this will be fun. And then like hours later, I was like, okay, everything is like in the title. The word is in the definition, and vice versa. And it's just. It was too easy, so I had to find...
Trivia's a bitch, man.
Yeah.
Dude. All right. So, here we go. Number 1. The definition is cool, good, great. Your choices are bra, spankin', stronke, or goo.
Goo.
I gotta go with goo. Because I say people do goo a lot.
Okay.
What was B?
B was spankin'.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Spankin.
All right. Final answers. It was spankin'.
Got it. Yes.
Good, great, cool.
Guys, this podcast is Spankin'.
Yeah. All right. So let's spank on to the next one.
Give it to me.
All right. Oh, man. These definitions are weird, and I'm trying to remember because I wrote this down a week ago. All right. The definition is literal meaning of cock, like in quotes, of cock. So it means of cock.
All right.
To be used in situations of frustration or annoyance, boredom or angst. All right. Here we go. The first one is dapinga. The second one, B, Jawa. What? The third, C, deeked, and D, ex-con. Of cock, to be used in situations of frustration and annoyance. We have Dipinga, Jawa, Deeked, or Ex-Con.
Man, I want to go with deeked because it seems like something like, but that's like the hockey term, right?
Triple D.
Yeah, the triple D.
Fake somebody out. I'll go with Jawa.
I'll go with deeked.
You're both wrong.
Fuck.
It's Dipinga, like de of pinga cock. I'm pretty sure it's Spanish or Portuguese or something.
Oh, okay.
Oh, damn, dude, we're Portuguese. We fucked that up.
I know that one is actually not that Urban Dictionary-ish. It was just like another language.
Okay. I didn't know we were doing school.
I was just trying to find interesting things.
Didn't know we were in school.
All right. Here we go. It's getting a little intimate here.
I love that.
Definition: a woke sexual performance.
Ooh.
Your choices are win trading, Spanglin, ITMFA, or U-IE. Like a UE.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
A woke sexual performance.
Like
when
I'm physically having sex.
And it's woke.
And it's woke.
Yeah.
Meaning that like
you're watching Black Dynamite and you turn into a spaghetti monster.
I don't know. 14-year-olds wrote this guy.
I'm just trying to break it down. So what is a woke sexual experience? Does that mean
performance, not experience?
Or you're right. So does that mean I'm aware of all things happening on both of our bodies? I'm just so in tune with my wife's body, my body. I know everything
PC
that's happening.
Culture at the same time.
Right. I'm not using any dirty talk.
Oh!
Yeah, I'm not using any dirty talk.
Can you run through the things again?
All right. Win trading, win or lose,
okay.
and trading, trading cards.
Okay.
Win trading, Spanglin, ITMFA, or U-IE.
I'm going to go with Spanglin.
I'm going to go with win trading.
Nice. The answer, Spanglin.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, okay, so can you give me that in a sentence, Colin?
It's 1-to-1. Hey, I was with that girl last night, and let me tell you, it was straight Spanglin.
Whoa.
I just
that sex was Spanglin. I don't know.
Nick needs a video.
I didn't write down the
Joey, jump on Pornhub real quick and just type in Spanglin.
Oof.
I just need to know.
Okay.
All
right. Well, too bad. We're moving on.
All right.
Definition: the act of being or pretending to be really nice to someone's face and then turning around and stabbing them in the back.
Mm-hmm.
We have grin fucking.
Ooh, I like that.
I like that.
Bro flake.
Oh, that
a Jody or a sap sucker.
Fuck.
I want to say I've heard this before, and it's Jody.
You're being a real Jody?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Jody.
What was the first one, Colin?
Grin fucking.
Grin fucking.
I'm going to go with grin fucking because that one's just funny.
If Jody didn't, strike a nerve with me, I would have gone with grin fucking.
Jody!
Well, it's grin fucking.
Yes!
Nice. Jody. Oh,
I'm constantly. I'm not.
Jody.
Gonna say that.
I didn't write it down, so I'm gonna butcher it. It's something to do. I feel like with the army, and it might be a race thing. It stands for something else.
Okay.
Jody, and it's a historical thing. I don't
okay.
know. I don't know. I remember looking it up, but then I didn't bother writing it down.
You fucked me.
Grin
fucked me.
Yeah, I grin fuck you all the time, Joey. I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, it's so fun doing this podcast with you. And then when we get in the car later, I'm like, Joey can't even talk.
What? What do you mean?
He's got grin fuck talk. All right, this is the fifth and final question.
All right.
And we're kicking it up a notch, Urban Dictionary style.
All right.
What does that mean?
Here's the definition. To have anal sex with a person who, prior to the deed, has swallowed a piece of raw bacon with a length of string attached to it.
What?
One end of the string hangs out of the mouth of the anal recipient, and at the moment approaches for the anal giver, he yanks the piece of string, causing the other person to vomit up the piece of bacon.
Okay.
I hate
During vomiting, The muscles in the anus become tightly clenched, causing an amazing sensation for the anal giver.
What you got for that?
Why bacon though? Like I
don't know. We have the three-eyed turtle, munging, wolf bagging, or the Alabama tuna melt.
Ugh, all these are just atrocious.
I kept it fairly PG-13.
I feel like munging is something different and grosser somehow. What was the third one?
We have, I'll just read them again.
Okay.
Three-eyed turtle,
Yeah.
munging, wolf bagging, and Alabama tuna melt.
I'm going to go with wolf bagging.
Yeah, I was going to do that. Since you picked that one, I'll go with the Alabama tuna melt.
Well, damn, Joey, you just fucked up because it was wolf bagging.
Yes. Oh, shit.
Damn.
Nick with 3 points, Joey with 1.
Nice. It feels good to win on the very first episode.
Yeah.
Right.
Start off strong.
I probably should have gone with that because we're going to keep track throughout.
Right.
So I just fucked myself.
I don't know. I don't want to just like... if you pick something, unless I know it's right,
Yeah.
I'm going to try and pick something else.
Yeah.
Just to keep it interesting.
Well, that's it, boys. That's it for me. I thought it'd be interesting. Urban Dictionary is a fun thing.
Yeah.
It was fun back in like 2006. And now I'm a grown man and I don't get on there anymore, but...
Right. Like, are we just like... Is this just like a commentary about how old we are and like we don't understand like...
I guess.
Phrases?
It's also like
new
Wikipedia.
phrases?
Like anybody could submit these.
Right. Like that's a
It
super
could mean
specific
nothing.
situation.
Right.
Yeah. Also, I understand words like spankin.
Yeah.
And like using that, like slapping and all the kind of like, more like hip stuff. It just kind of keeps evolving. But then stuff like wolf bagging is just like, when are you ever going to admit to somebody that you did that or were a part of it or you even know what it is?
Right. Well, now we have to admit to that.
Or anybody's done it. It's
Damn it,
more.
Colin.
That's why when you're looking up stuff for trivia, it's like, ooh, I'm gonna find a bunch of weird sex stuff because that's what Urban Dictionary is, and it's like, it's very obvious what the name is once you get into it. It's like you're in Alabama and you have a piece of tuna and you put it in their ass. It's like, okay, cool. Well, which one is that?
Right.
Yeah.
So I had to mainly focus on slang.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a one and done game if we can't find.
No,
more
I think there's more. To be fair, I was a little bit lazy, but
Oh, good to know you're putting in the work.
No,
early for this
Urban
podcast.
Dictionary is a deep dive.
Yeah.
There is gold to be mined there for sure.
But also, we don't have to do Urban Dictionary trivia every week.
No, we won't. We're going to be switching up the games, keep it fresh.
Mm-hmm.
But we just like playing games. We hope you guys like listening to us play games and playing games at home, guessing, and also learning.
And wolf begging.
Yeah, now I have to
Raw piece of bacon
admit that I know what that is.
Yeah, now my biggest fear is somebody running
When I,
up
like-
to me on the street, shaking me, and be like, "Do you know what wolf bagging is?" And then,
Yeah. Please, my life depends on it. This guy behind me is going to kill me if and the guy's like, yeah, I am. So this is real. Well, yeah, I'm afraid like next time I go into a job interview,
Right.
what's your greatest strength and weakness? And I
And then
tell
you
them,
look
and they're
down on the desk
Can
and-
you tell us about what wolf bagging is? And I'm like, yeah, I got this. Holy shit!
Right.
And then they're like, oh, well, that's the mindfuck test. Like you're not material for Walgreens.
Like,
We
what's
don't
Walgreens
partake in wolf
material?
bagging here.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years? And then like a piece of bacon on a string like flops onto the desk from off screen.
Yeah.
And you're just like,
I'll try anything once, I guess.
minimum wage, here we go.
But we get those discounts on Easter candy. All right. That was fun. Let's move on to a topics.
So, guys, we were thinking up our first topics for this first episode, and I have been unironically listening to a lot of Evanescence recently.
Oh,
That makes me sad. But
And by Evanescence, I mean My Immortal. And by My Immortal, I mean My Immortal, the band version, where the band comes in at the end. Because you
Oh,
listen
okay.
to the other version, go fuck yourself.
whoa. Hot takes.
Hot takes here at Very Real Talk. But yeah, so that got me thinking of like guilty pleasure songs.
I will have to say that shaming each other is totally allowed in this segment.
right.
Yeah.
Wake me up inside.
Yeah.
I can't wake up.
So yeah, that is one of my guilty pleasure songs because one, I don't care if it's butt rock. I don't care. Amy Lee's voice is so fucking good. Like, I want to have sex with her voice.
Okay.
How can I know?
Yeah, dude.
Have
you heard her fucking sing live? Have you heard her sing live?
No, I heard the one song and wrote that band off forever.
I watched
yourself,
Daredevil. 2003. Okay, that's it.
They basically did every song in Daredevil was "Wake Me Up Inside."
Just different covers, but by the same band. They just covered their own song.
But yeah, so a lot of but I still listen to like Breaking Benjamin.
Oh sure,
Okay.
Here's my issue right now is most of the music that I listen to at this point in my life can be written as guilty pleasure songs.
Yeah.
Because I haven't stopped listening to the bands that I listened to in high school, and not even saying I still listen to those albums. I followed those bands' careers. So all the emo, like screamo stuff I listen to, I've listened to all their latest albums. All the 20-year-old bands and stuff still get in on that.
Okay, so you just still like those shitty bands.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you watch their downfall? Okay, let me ask you this. Does the music generally get worse as the bands get older? Does it get better, stay about the same?
It's very up and down because a lot of it is just like the reason why I loved it because I was an angsty teen and they're like, we're sad and we have girl problems and stuff like that. And then they...
Oh, me too. No way. I relate to this.
Yeah, and then they find love.
Yeah.
And then it's just kind of like, I don't really know if I'm into this. And then they break up with that person. And then it's kind of back down.
Okay.
But then it's just like, oh no, my taxes and I'm old.
That's what I was about to say. My mortgage payments.
Yeah.
I never bought a house. Like, help.
Okay, well, Joey, do you want to... Is Evanescence like your... Do we want to do like a round table? Like, you hit us with Evanescence, now I'll go?
I mean, sure. Yeah, we can just kind of keep going around a few times.
Okay, I was thinking about this. I don't follow this band anymore.
Yeah.
It's just stuck in one time. That's my boy's Good Charlotte.
Oh,
Nice.
Guilty pleasure. I will always listen to like the anthem or whatever that song is.
dude, that's a good. That song's Spankin.
Lifestyles of the rich and the famous.
I feel like
they're always complaining.
Grin fucking them right now. Are they the ones that did Black Parade?
No, that's My Chemical Romance.
That song is still good.
Yeah.
Who did Wake Me Up When September Ends?
That's
Green Day. Any more questions?
To me, no. I'm making jokes here, yes, but at the
It
same
all runs
time,
together
they
you're
run
like
together in my
right
mind.
because it's just like this like I'm listening to this like angsty punk rock song from like 2004. It could be Good Charlotte, 3 Days Grace, Sum 41. Like it could be any of them.
Yeah, I'd still listen to a lot of them.
Yeah, that like. Yeah, I get down on those. That it's like one or two albums, but it's only like those three, like their big hits from then. You know the like, girls don't like boys, girls like cars and money. You know, like
Yeah.
that kind of bullshit. Where it's like I don't subscribe to those ideals anymore. Like
You're just riding with your baby in the back, and you're just like jamming out like down the
at
neighborhood.
high school, it felt more to me like a jail cell. Yeah, that's what I'm saying to her. I'm like, you'll fucking get it one
I
day,
imagine
Quinn.
you're just like driving through your neighborhood, like vaping a huge rig,
Yeah,
like while you do this,
yeah,
possibly
a two-handed
like,
rig.
giving children the finger, like
Yeah.
while you have your baby in the back, and you're just like, yeah.
I got my tips frosted. They're all spiked.
Yeah.
High school was a good time, wasn't it?
The anthem plays.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I get down on that stuff.
All right, Colin, what you got for us?
All right, my guilty pleasures are the ladies. I got a soft spot for sad alcoholic women.
I think more people need to. Right.
We're talking like Florence and the Machine,
Okay.
but we're talking even more specific, Lana Del Rey.
All right.
Absolutely get down on everything she's done. And it's weird because, you know, if you're ever sad or in a depressed spot,
Whoa, dude.
you've got music.
I feel personally
Yeah,
attacked.
you're hitting me right in my feels, man.
You guys ever just want to end it?
Oh, no.
Oh no, it's getting really dark. No, but if you're ever, you know, in a sad spot, you listen to sad music, and actually it's supposed to be therapeutic. But for whatever reason, like I've gone through songs or bands when I was sad, and then when I wasn't sad anymore, it was like I couldn't listen to him at all.
Yeah,
you know, it was
sure.
just like set that stuff aside. But for some reason, those sad broken bitches, I like them when I'm sad. I like them when I'm like on top of the world.
Yeah.
Like even if this song is like really sad and it's like I'm an alcoholic and my boyfriend beats me,
Oof.
I'm just like, this is pretty tight. Yeah, I'm just like having a good time. I usually listen to it while I'm working. And then it's, man, I don't know. And my girlfriend's just like, you just like her because she sounds like she's like wants to have sex, you know? She's got that soft, sweet voice. And I'm like, no, but if you listen to the lyrics, she's actually like on cocaine and getting beaten. It's
way
and that's
deeper.
just like I'm trying to like give her like the philosophy and like the theory behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And usually just no. You know, because it's a guilty pleasure and people are going to make fun of you for it. Or just be like, what?
Yeah,
Right.
like I said, like most of my music is guilty pleasure music because everyone makes fun of me for the music that I listen to forever.
Right.
Yeah, but I have a cheat code.
Oh, okay.
I have a cheat code for these guilty pleasure songs because I listen to that, you know, post-hardcore emo stuff, and then there's those line of albums called Punk Goes Pop.
Oh, fuck, dude. Joey was hot on these for a
I
while.
still listen to them
What is
because
that? What is
because
that?
it's all the bands that I listen to covering pop songs.
Whoa, is it now that what I call music? Is it like
Basically.
come out like
No, but
Kids
it's actual
Bop?
real bands. It's not kids singing.
Well,
like,
I know that, but is
Yeah.
it like Kids Bop where it's compilations or is it?
Yeah, it's yeah.
It's like a
It's
now.
an
It's like a
anthology
now.
track. I don't.
Yeah, no, it's like a now. That's what I call music. There's
Okay.
like 6 or 7 volumes at this point. There was also a Punk Goes Crunk
Dang,
where they
Yeah.
covered rap songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Hell
I
yeah.
will
might
give it
have
to
to
him.
get on
There's
this. I might have
like
to
in
get
the
on this.
first like 1 or 2 albums. There's a couple songs I'm like, okay, I can get behind this.
Dude, A Day to Remember covered The Fray,
Uh-huh.
and that song did better than the Fray's song.
Really?
Yeah.
what are they? The Chasing Cars? What did the Fray do?
Yeah, Cable Car.
No, I thought let's waste time.
That might be no.
no, that's
no, the
Snow
Fray-
Patrol, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's something
Oh,
like
the
that.
fray is like the.
I never knew.
Oh,
I
okay.
never knew that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And How to Save a Life because you still
Yeah.
hear that shit on the
How to
radio. You
Save
still
a
hear
Life.
that shit on the radio.
One Tree Hill tonight at 8.
Yeah, dude. The Skylight Drive does a dope ass cover of the Eminem song with Rihanna.
Nope.
Umbrella.
I'm almost
No.
30, dude. I don't know.
I know. I think I know what you're talking about. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It has Megan Fox and Charlie Menomina in the video.
Whoa, Charlie
Yeah.
Menomina
Yeah.
from Laminost?
Yeah. What's his
And
fucking
Ex
name?
Meneminen? It's
Dominic.
Like, yeah, Dominic Mahanan.
Just keep going.
I keep calling him Charlie.
Man.
Right.
Talk about a guy where it's he's become so successful I just don't care anymore. Eminem, man. You know,
Right.
I'm sure he's got personal struggles, but he's just become so old and stuff.
Yeah.
And so successful that and he's always featured now. So whenever he like comes in on a song and he's just like, life is hard. It's like,
Dude, that
audio on the internet. Just go to YouTube, type in Goofy, like from fucking Disney, and Evanescence. And
Yeah.
it's gold. It's
Yeah.
gold.
It's perfect.
It
Person is a genius.
brings joy. When it's the whole thing, like the
It's
whole
not
like
as
3
good.
minutes,
Yeah,
it's
but
not as good. But when it's like a couple lines of the chorus,
Yeah.
it's a perfect little video to just perk you up. You know,
Yeah.
Well, bring you back from the edge.
That's the only context I'll listen to Evanescence in anymore.
Dude, you're going to hear her voice live and you're going to want to have sex with it too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should I keep going with like another guilty?
I mean, do you got
Yeah,
one?
if you
We
got
can
one.
move on.
Yeah, no,
You can hit us.
Recently, I was thinking about this because I recently was just like digging through old like 2000 shit.
Okay.
How about some Akon? Like
Whoa.
Akon and Young Jeezy. What's that song called?
Chill.
Young Jeezy always raps about food, man. It's
Yeah.
weird.
He does. It's true.
I'm a
does.
snowman and I need a sandwich. I got a Glock. I'm gonna rob you
Yeah.
for that sandwich.
Because like I guess Akon was pretty hot,
Convict.
but it
Wow.
just feels weird listening to it now.
Yeah. You know what that?
Oh, that song's called Soul Survivor. That's what it is.
nice. You know what that reminds me of? Like even more like short.
Joey, we used to make fun of a line in that song. What was it?
I don't know, man.
Oh, fuck. I'm going to look up the lyrics. There was something that's like, that young Jeezy said that's so dumb.
Yeah. A lot of it's dumb because a lot of it's just like, how fucking hungry were you when you recorded this? Like, is this just you freestyling because you're fucking hungry?
Maybe that's like, maybe he does his best work when he's hungry. You know how people are like, I gotta get into my space, I gotta get into my vibe to create.
He just doesn't eat.
Yeah, he doesn't eat, and he's like, don't write anything for me. Like, don't do it. I'm gonna fucking come in there and drop fire roasted pecans.
Yeah. I got a hot dog in the microwave.
Do people microwave hot dogs?
I microwave hot dogs.
Me, sir. Me.
You put it in a paper towel.
Yeah, you
put it
wet
on
the
for
paper
30
towel.
seconds. It might explode on one end, but that's the risk you run.
Yeah, dog, you're trying to get that shit quick.
Or you can boil them, like my family used to do when you're trying to feed people.
Absolutely. Our mom boiled hot dogs.
Yeah.
Right. My mom now tries to deny that she ever boiled hot dogs. We're like, remember you used to do it like once or twice a week, just boil a packet of hot dogs. She's like, why would I ever do that? That sounds disgusting.
I mean,
like,
how else do you
were
heat
poor.
up?
That's
Why
how
do you
I
forget?
thought that they were made for a long
Right.
time.
Yeah. You're blowing my mind. I guess I understand there's other ways to cook a hot dog,
You
but
grill them. I
I guess you can put them in the oven. I've never seen
you
that.
can like put them on a pan.
just why not just boil them?
Just boil them
'Cause you have
in
to
the
boil water.
Boil them in the microwave,
Whoa.
dude. It's the best of both worlds. No, but this early 2000s rap takes me back to even more of a niche time. You guys remember Mike Jones?
Yeah. How can I not?
And how he was
Mike
right.
Jones.
But like young Jeezy and Akon, that was a period maybe 5 to 7 years or something. Mike Jones is like 6 months. He was kind of on a couple songs. I don't know. You guys are just taking me back on this nostalgia train.
I missed the whole Mike Jones.
It was so fast.
Because we were
It was really fast.
We were probably still listening to 50 Cent.
Yeah. Joey, I got the line here.
Okay.
It was the if you get jammed up, don't mention my name. He said it's like he's trying to threaten them in the moment, but it sounded
But really,
so
he's
dumb.
just talking about jam.
Oh, he's like, don't talk about food around me.
Because I'll have to start busting out fire lyrics.
If you spread the Nutella, don't fucking tell me.
If you're covered in jam, don't mention my name.
I'd like to be surprised. You guys got any Lunchables?
Who's trying to hit up Golden Corral? Chocolate fountain.
Get murked. If you get diabetes, don't mention my name.
Oxygen tanks and wheelchairs, push them out the way. Get to the chocolate fountain, I get paid.
Do you think he's a big fan of those streams where Asian chicks just eat all the food?
Is that a thing?
Oh yeah, dude. They had to they got banned in like China and stuff.
As
because
well
they
should have.
They were so big.
Because I'm sure it's very sexual for some people.
Oh yeah, there's like, I'll pay you $500 to eat a banana.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's obviously sexual for a lot of people. Because it's
Right.
not that they were just like making money; they were very popular at the same time.
Yeah,
So
probably
it's like-
due to Young Jeezy. That's probably
right.
That's probably where he's
Call
at
me
right now.
snowman because I powdered sugar on my French toast.
Y'all seeing these Asian girls eating pancakes?
I'm in the chat, but don't mention my name.
I got like a 10
he's
gigabyte
the guy.
hard drive full of that shit.
He's the guy who's paying all of these women. Like it's a whole industry propped up by
Yeah.
Young Jeezy.
Yeah.
We cracked it. He's just so hungry.
Colin, did you have any more guilty pleasure songs, or was that it? Can you think of any on the spot? You don't have to.
No, I like to listen to soundtrack music.
Yeah,
But that's not really
Daredevil
like a
soundtrack
weird.
music.
Yeah. I don't
No,
know.
yeah, that's not weird. And I will say, like, now that I've gotten older, like I don't really look at things as like guilty pleasure. It's just like what you like.
Yeah.
You know, we're not fucking 18 anymore. I'm not worried about who thinks I'm cool.
Yeah.
You know, like I just am gonna enjoy what I'm gonna enjoy because that life is just better that way.
Yeah, like watching Asian chicks eat food.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, if that was my thing, I would tell you guys all about it. Guys, there's a hot new fad going on. You're gonna want to get in on this.
Oh, I'm already in on it. I listen to Young Jeezy in my car, and I've got the video of the Asian girls playing.
Yeah, just eating Oreos all day.
And I'm just like, ramen.
Yeah.
And I send her $5,000.
Because she made me get an erection. So, yeah, that's just my thing. It's like, you know, it is what it is. Like what you like. I can still make fun of you, but
yeah. It's never not gonna happen.
That's just for funsies. All right, guys. For our second topic of the podcast, I want our listeners to get to know us intimately.
Oh.
And not just the positive things.
Not just the wolf bagging.
Right. Not just how often we do it.
Yeah.
Where
which
we
keep
do
count.
it.
Yeah.
Or how many times we record it.
Yeah. I want them to know, you know, all the skeletons in our closets.
Oof.
You know? So I thought we would each talk about an embarrassing story about ourselves.
All right.
Perfect.
Colin, I'm looking at you.
Uh-oh.
What do you got for us? Embarrass yourself in front of me.
All right. I've got a twofold story, but it comes down to one point. I don't know. What would you say? Basically, both stories happen because of the same reason.
Okay.
And the reason is, don't ever try too hard to be funny or popular or, you know, to
don't
fit
worry,
in.
I don't have
Like
to try very
when
hard.
you're with a new
Boom, boom, boom,
when
boom,
you're with
boom.
a new group or you're like with somebody that you respect, you know, it's not even like a crush or anything, just like, oh, I want these people to like me.
Right.
And so you're looking really hard
Yeah.
for something to interject.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just don't do it. Just don't do it. So I got two quick stories. I'll try to make them quick. First one, freshman in high school. I got onto the basketball team.
Nice.
Which was kind of a big deal because
Yeah.
like freshman, you're like, but you're low on the totem pole.
Right.
And they all wanted me to know it. Yeah. Anyway, but one day I found myself with two seniors walking through the hall after practice. They like let me tag along. I was like, okay, tight. I've got to get in. I got to say something funny. I have to like, they're letting me in. So now I need to like prove it socially.
Yeah.
And I was stressing so hard. And I wasn't really paying attention to what was happening around me because I'm focused so in on when can I jump in with something cool to say, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So they're talking, and it's like one of them's like, "Hey, man, where you going?" And the blonde kid's like, "Ah, man, you know, I'm going home, and my G parents are gonna pick me up." Boom, ding, 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 ding. In my head, all I thought was, "Yes, here it is." It's
Let me drop some fire on
right.
these
It's
people.
2004.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about Wolfbag.
What's hot? What's hot right now? G Unit. Okay.
Also,
this
young
is-
Jeezy.
Right. These are the wires that are connecting in my brain, and this happens in a split second. And I'm just like, oh, okay, G parents, G Unit. That's what's hot. That is exactly what he's referring to. It's just like his parents, but they're G's, right?
My whole family is sort of a gangster
Right.
unit.
So, with a big, stupid grin on my face, I look over at him and I almost shout, like, "Oh, G parents, huh? What are you too good for regular parents?"
Ooh.
They both stop walking.
Oh.
And the blonde kid who said this,
Uh-huh.
steps over in my face and says, "Nah, dude, my fucking grandparents. My parents are dead."
Fuck.
And then
Oof.
walks away. And the
Yeah.
other guy looks at me, and I still have a grin on my face because I'm still like processing what's
Yeah, like,
happening.
what's
So I'm
going
still like
on?
with this big stupid grin, and the other senior's looking at me, and he starts slowly shaking his head, and he's like, "No." And he just walked off, and I had to just watch them walk away, and then the realization of what just happened, like,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh." Anyway, fast forward to college. I didn't learn my lesson.
Oh,
apparently.
no.
So in our college, I'm in the theater program. And
Hell yeah. That's
we
where me
have-
and my boy met
Right.
each other.
So we have a theater program. We also have the African American theater program at the University of Louisville.
Hell
Anyway,
yeah.
and can get kind of tense. There's race stuff going on. There's these two programs.
You're trying to be woke.
Yeah.
Right. You're trying to be woke, and people have got kicked out for very small infractions or very large to some people,
right.
To the black community. So anyway, I'm just setting the stage there because there was a professor, black professor, a woman who I really liked, but I didn't know very well.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just helping out with one of her shows in a rehearsal, and the main person who was above me was gone, so I was filling in for them. And so I was like, okay, here's my chance to kind of get to know her, here's my chance to say some funny shit.
Which, okay, he's saying main person, he means the stage manager, and he was being the assistant stage manager, and the stage manager's not there to be funny.
Right, but it was rehearsal, and we're having a good time. It was early in the rehearsal, so it was whatever, and, oh, Colin, what's the next thing? She's calling me by name. I'm like, oh, okay, this is cool. Yeah, here's my in. I really like this lady. Anyway, so she... at the end, I'm looking so hard, so laser focused in for something to say that I'm oblivious. Anyway, she says all right, guys, sorry, I ran way over time. Colin, you didn't stop me. Ah ha ha ha, joke, sorry, I just worked you all to death or whatever. And in my mind, I'm okay, here we go. Here's an opening. Oh, no. And I start thinking, my mind is flashing through visuals, not necessarily words. And I'm how do I work? And in my mind, I saw a Mad TV sketch with a little Asian lady, and she's yelling at people.
Okay.
And so I guess I can't even think what I was thinking, but something along the lines sweatshop lady. Okay,
yeah,
how do I work that?
But your mind sucks,
dude.
Your brain is an awful place.
I'm telling you, it's because when you're trying too hard, you laser focus in, and you're not letting it come organically.
Right.
And you're just trying to force some joke. So I'm thinking sweatshop lady, right? That's not what I said at all. I said, hey, yeah. I said, she's yeah, I'm working everybody to death. And I said, yeah, professor, what are you being, some kind of slave driver? Dude, the minute
scratch.
It came out of my mouth, I physically reached out with my hands and tried to put it back in.
Yeah.
It was I knew I fucked up so bad that I was whoa. And of course, right at that moment, the room got silent so that what I said was loud and everyone heard it.
It echoed.
I saw one of the actors cover their mouth with her hands, just and then turn and stare at me, and her face went pale. And I'm just oh. And the room is dead silent. And to her credit, she did not kick me out of school, which easily could have happened. She said, no, I don't ever want to be a slave driver. Those are some of the worst people in history. No, I prefer not to be. She was very gracious about it. And I think she saw how mortified I was.
Yeah.
Right.
She
saw my say it and you're I got it. It was a good one.
No, I think she saw that I
saw
fucked
you
up.
physically trying to
trying to pull the words back into
and
the air.
Thankfully, I think we had a good rapport after that, and we never brought it up again. I never brought it up. But audience, there's your lesson for today.
Don't try to be funny. Just be funny.
Don't try to be a fucking funny guy.
Or just be comfortable in your own skin, and that's where you'll attract people.
If you force it to fit in with the group, you're gonna have a
You're
bad
gonna
time.
say racist.
You're
shit.
gonna say some. You're gonna say some offensive, dead parent, racist shit.
Yeah,
man. Yeah, that's two heavy hitters there, man.
Right.
Oof. It's heavy. Sometimes I still think about it at night.
I mean, those would haunt me too. Absolutely.
Right. And I'm even though, the high school one, whatever, but the college one, even though we're fine now, I'd probably see her and we'd have a warm interaction, I still will just have nightmares.
Oh, yeah. That's the kind of thing that will just haunt
that
you forever.
actress's face, as she covered her mouth and stared into my eyes.
No one will know who this is. Can you tell me who it was?
It was Jocelyn.
Okay.
Yeah, she just goes,
yeah. All right.
And just stared at me and back and she went pale and I noticed some other people kind of doing it. It was just this gut
and
reaction.
then your skeleton fell out of your
right.
body
And then
again.
I was at first I thought maybe I should try to explain myself, but then I was
nope.
What was I even trying to say?
Right.
Sweatshop lady? That's not any better. That's not funny.
Yeah, you might as well have been hello, everyone. What I was trying to say was, sweatshop lady. Like just
double
fuck.
down.
I don't know. I don't even know.
double-
To this day, I don't know. I just had
all
like
of that would have been terrible.
Basically, I had like a meme pop into my head, and I was like, okay, how do I turn this into words and explain it to other
Like
people?
convert memes to sentences.
Right.
Oh, all right.
That's
well,
me.
yeah. Those were truly terrible. Joey, what do you got for me?
All right, so a lot of my embarrassing stories in like the more recent years of like who I am as a person now, most of them are I got too drunk and it was bad.
Sure.
So I thought I'd take it way back.
Okay.
All right.
I was about 9 years old, somewhere around there. We were at the baseball park. I don't remember if I had quit yet and I was there for you or whatever, but we were running around having fun, chasing each other, whatever the fuck you do.
Yeah.
And I ended up running into a pole.
Yeah.
And it was one of the poles, like a stop sign. So it's like all rigid and like
Sure.
has a lot of sharp corners. And I basically ran into it, racked myself on it, and then kind of like almost like wrapped my leg around it and like twirled down it.
Okay.
So it was a pretty bad injury. So I get up and yeah, my leg's all scratched up, but I notice my genitals were aching something fierce.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm 9. You know, I'm barely aware of my genitals.
Right.
I have no idea
What purpose do these serve?
what that is.
Don't make excuses for yourself.
Yeah, and
No, you're fine. I'm really curious.
and so we had to like go to the doctor and everything, and they couldn't really tell. A lot of things were being tossed around, like testicular torsion and stuff like that. And the reason why it's so embarrassing is because, like I said, I know nothing about that down there, and it's just like putting your shame in like the spotlight at like 9. Like everyone around you is aware and talking about in front of you your balls.
Right, and you have nothing to add to it. That's the thing. It's like, yeah, that'd be embarrassing today if, like, you know, you get that injury and you're like, oh man, we gotta go. You know, like someone's gotta look at my injured testicles. But like, yeah, when you have nothing to add to the conversation,
Yeah, and you're just like everybody's just they're talking about like you might, you know, worst case scenario, you're gonna have to have a ball removed and replaced with a metal one. I don't know if you remember this.
Oh, I
at all.
do.
You do?
yeah,
Yeah, and so how it ended was I had to go to the hospital, and then I'm so glad it was summertime, so I didn't have to like miss school,
Right.
And be like, why? His balls.
yeah. He's the one. He's one ball boy now.
He's one ball boy. So yeah, how it ended up was me laying in a whatever, and a lady and my mother
Yep.
sitting there. Oh, and
Scoping peeping.
they get that warm jelly out.
Yeah.
They get my nuts out, and they spread that warm jelly, and then just an
You keep saying
ultrasound.
they, like mom had anything to do with this process. It was the doctor.
It was them.
yeah.
All right.
Oh man, the same thing happened to me.
Yeah, and yeah, I had an ultrasound on my balls. It was super warm and awful. And it was just like, all I could do was look at the lady who was looking at the screen.
Yeah.
Or watch Smart Guy. Smart Guy was on TV.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that
Way to
helps a little
ruin that
bit.
show forever.
Damn.
But I can still just to this day remember how mortified I was laying on that table, having like either looking at the lady or looking at Smart Guy, just not trying to make eye contact with my
Help
mom.
me, Taj Mowry.
Yeah, just-
Help me.
Please get me out of here. What would you do, Taj Mowry?
What would you do?
Can we make an episode about this?
So yeah, it turns out I just bruised my testicle and I just had to chill.
Yeah.
But yeah,
No,
it was just
yeah.
it
It's
was just
funny.
a haunting experience that
Yeah.
I've never forgotten.
Right, because when I was told about it, I was older than you, so I knew what balls did.
Yeah, you're
Because I
about
was
like
currently
12 or
using them
13.
for that purpose. And I thought, ooh, that sounds terrible.
Yeah. But yeah,
Anyway,
that's-
back to Smart Guy.
Yeah, they didn't get quite that
Man.
real or raw on that show.
Same thing happened to me, dude. Except I was 18.
oof.
And so I was a little more chill with it. But it was weird. It was like they couldn't tell me anything was wrong. And then, yeah, I had to go into a room, although mine was like an unused room in like a hospital. And so like the lights were half off. It was really dark in there. And it was just some like middle-aged like ultrasound technician. And she was like, all right, here's a giant piece of paper you put over your junk, your whole lap, and then just like pull your balls through this slit.
Sick.
And I was
Love
just
it.
like, oh. Yeah, they couldn't really find anything because it was just bruising. And then
Right.
I apologized to her face while she was using the thing on my balls.
I'm
I was
sorry.
I was like, I hope you get to like, check for babies or something fun and not just like look at people's balls. And
she was like, nope.
She was like, no, it's okay. I understand. It's medical. And I was just like, yep. Why
you probably made it worse. Like these people have to see the worst of the worst.
Right.
Why care about your balls?
Why are half the lights on?
How are your balls looking that day though? Because I didn't have to worry about that because I had
they were fine.
Yet.
I mean, they're just out on a cloth, so they look detached from your
body. Because,
body.
in a situation where you would be embarrassed by showing someone your genitals, wouldn't you rather show your nuts than your dick?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's just disembodied, but
disembodied nuts.
Right, just like floating nuts.
It's like a giant piece of paper with a little slit in it. It's like pull your sack out through that, and I was like, okay,
all right, yeah. Well, speaking of pulling your sack out, I can segue into my story. It's the worst thing that ever happened to me. The most awful thing that could happen to a teenager. So here it is.
Ooh. All right. Do I know this story?
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
So, we moved from Kentucky to Indiana my freshman year of high school. I was halfway through my freshman year.
Yeah.
Joey was in middle school still.
Yeah.
So brand new school, don't know anybody, no friends.
And it was a weird vibe moving from a big, quote unquote, big city. With multiple school districts and stuff like that.
Yeah, to like a tiny community.
This podunk fucking highway exit that had a school system for some reason.
Right, yeah. We were going to my high school was a couple thousand, and our new school was like a couple hundred.
Yeah.
So, new kid, don't know anybody.
Everyone knows everybody.
Yeah, everyone else knows everybody since elementary school. Yeah.
And you started calling people slave drivers.
Yeah.
And high-fiving.
It wouldn't have mattered because everyone was white.
Yeah.
So some of them were like, hell yeah, but it would have been terrible.
This town was so white, somebody in my class asked me why my brother was Mexican.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
And I'm just Italian. I don't look, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm there for 2-3 weeks maybe. And one of the upperclassmen decides to start a fun little rumor about your boy Nick here.
Nice.
It was that I had masturbated in class.
God.
Oh no!
That
have I ever told you about this, Colin?
You might have.
Okay.
I don't know. But
that's the worst you could probably be. Because I had someone in my class that actively masturbated in class.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I saw him once. I didn't see dick or anything, but I saw movement.
And
it was very obvious. We were watching Super Size Me.
Well, I mean, yeah, that gets me going. Same situation in my class.
Oh
no.
Man, that handlebar mustache on those big fries.
It was because we had we had people mixed classes in algebra class, and some dude just decided that the new kid was going to get picked on. So that was the rest of my freshman year and somewhat into my sophomore year. And I was at the same time trying to get on the baseball team.
Yeah, baseball.
So every single training session, it was just upperclassmen hey man, hey, did you jerk off in class? Hey, I got it, and I'm fucking 14.
You should have whipped it out right there.
Right.
Yeah.
You should have jerked it on.
And
dude. You showed dominance.
And it's that thing where it's okay, well, if people are messing with you, just don't respond. But I didn't, of course. I'd get mad because it's no, I didn't. Can everyone leave me alone?
Yeah.
About this, but there's nothing you can do to combat that.
Man,
and especially because they're not messing with you. They think that you did this thing. They're not being ha ha ha. They're hey, did you masturbate in class?
Yeah.
Right.
That's fucking gross.
Because there's kids that do that, so it's believable. It's not so outrageous that you can just be obviously that's made up.
Right. She'd been no, that's that kid in my brother's grade. He does that.
Yeah, there's just no combating it. And then it was fun because it would start to die down, and then someone else would say that they saw me doing it in another class.
God damn,
it happened
dude.
2 more times. Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, and it's okay, first of all, guys, think about this logically. You're not going to because you're in high school, and it's sweet gossip. That the new kid is a weirdo. That okay, if I did that and then I got caught, do you think I'm going to keep doing it? When I'm under this microscope? That I've been, oh, you got me. I'm, jerking off to math equations and supersize me.
That's part of the thrill, man. You get caught, It's like, are they gonna catch me again?
Yeah,
I just can't imagine doing something like masturbating in public and but trying to do it secretly.
Yeah,
and
in a room of 30 people.
Like, how do you just keep a straight face while you're, how do you do that?
There was plenty of people in college casually browsing porn in the library. I don't know, man. People are weird.
I guess
We had a couple masturbators in my school. I witnessed a kid's first boner in the 6th grade.
Nice.
That was strange.
Did he?
Because he tapped me on the shoulder. He's like, "Whoa, man,
what is this? Look
he
down
didn't
here."
Well, hold on. He goes, "Whoa, bro, whoa." And I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" I just staring at him in the face early in the morning. I was like, "What are you talking about? What the fuck?" And had a little erection in his pants, and I was like, "Dude, what the fuck?" I didn't know how to respond, but I was clearly upset. And then so he went from I don't know what this is to feeling shame.
Yeah,
and he was like, "Oh, what, bro,
Hold on.
what's going on, bro?"
First erection?
I can't believe that because I remember getting erections when I was 7.
I don't know, dude. What made it worse is that this kid was constantly bragging about cars and I can drive a car even though I'm 12.
Right, he was trying to flex.
Right, he was
he's not
constantly flexing.
And then he flexed too hard.
Right,
popped a boner.
but looking back, I think he
and
was
then
a little
outwardly excited. Sorry,
right, a little slow. Yeah, he was just kind of "Whoa, bro, check it out, bro." And I was like, "What the fuck's the matter with you?" We're in the middle of class.
Yeah.
Man, can you
sitting
imagine
at a
getting
table
excited?
next to each other.
Oh shit, this feels amazing. Hey,
Right.
check this out.
What?
Check this cool thing out.
I
Everyone's
thought-
like, what? And you're like, oh, it's not a cool thing. Oh, no.
Right. That's what happened. Because at first I thought he was fucking with me,
Right.
and I was like, "Dude, what?" Basically just said, "What's your problem, dude? What the fuck?" And turned back, and then I realized, as I see the shame set in on his face and the confusion, I was like, "Oh no, he's never had an erection. I'm here for his first erection. Should I lead him through this? I don't want to. I don't want to do that.
Take him under my wing
Yeah, I'm
and
not,
show
I'm
him the
not trying to
ways?
show him about penis stuff. I'm just trying to learn about math or whatever the fuck. It's 7 a.m. Fuck." And then he's like, "Bro, what do I do?" And I was just like, "Yeah." I should have said something encouraging, but I was just like, don't show anybody.
Yeah,
and that probably scarred him for the rest of his life.
Don't tell your shame.
No one's ever seen his penis.
Yeah,
right
To this day.
It's all my fault. He's got the look of what the fuck of my face every time he gets an erection.
Yeah,
And he's like, no,
it's bad. That guy told me it was bad.
right. And then he goes and I don't know, sews leather.
And then he just turns on those videos of Japanese girls eating.
And it's young Jeezy.
Oh man! But looking back in high school, he was dating this girl that I kind of knew, and then I remembered that story, and I would just look at him sometimes and just be like,
and you'd both nod at each
Bro,
other.
no.
Someone got excited when he got a boner finally.
I'm sure he might not remember or repressed it, but I would look sometimes and be like, "Bruh, I know your secret." But he was a nice kid. He was just a little weird.
Yeah.
So.
Well, him and his weird little girlfriend, I hope they enjoyed his boner.
I did not enjoy his boner.
No, it wasn't for you. All right. Yeah, we've just about hit our time, so we'll save our third topic for another episode. Thank you guys so much for listening to the very first episode of Very Real Talk. You know what? I think we'll do this again. What do you guys think? I had fun.
Yeah. We know much more about each other's genitals.
Yeah.
There's a lot of genital talk today.
Yeah.
I mean, we just had to get that out of the way.
Dick
first.
and balls.
Yeah,
every
and foremost.
time. Come on back.
Yeah, we've got it out of the way.
Supersize you.
Maybe next time we'll get a little bit less. We'll be a little bit less, sexual. Who knows? Maybe that's just who we are as people, and we have to accept it.
Right. I'm not wearing pants.
And I love that. And you're excited about your erection, I see. Me too, buddy. All right, you can find this episode, all the other episodes that we're have and going to have on our website, vrtcast.com. Also at that place, you can find our other show. That's right, we do 2 of these motherfuckers. That show's called Very Real Tournament. It's a comedy battle cast where we pit 2 very real opponents against each other in a very real fight.
It's a good time.
Yeah,
it's a good time.
It's a lot of fun.
So, yeah, if you're just checking us out for this, go check that out at our website as well.
Sorry to cut you off, Nick, but it's Joey here. post-recording to shout out our friends, The Thumps, a local band from the Louisville area, made up mostly of guys I went to high school with. I've known them a long time, and when we were looking for music for this podcast, they were like, hey, have free reign. You can use whatever you want. And, you know, it's kind of hard to just pluck 20, 30 seconds out of, existing CDs and be like, boom, that's our intro, that's our outro. So they're like, hey, how about we just make you something? And I was like, all right, sick. So the music that you heard at the beginning and you're about to hear at the end is from a track called A Lot on My Mind. And if you're digging that, you can head over to their Bandcamp, thethumps.bandcamp.com, find all their music there. And they're on Spotify, Apple Music, all the streaming services. And if you're from the Louisville area and you're into local music, head over to their Facebook, where you can find all the updates and where they're playing next. All right, guys, that's enough for post-recording. Joey, back to you, Nick.
If you guys want to get in on the conversation, tell us your most embarrassing story.
Yeah, come on. I want to know about your erection. Your buddy's erection?
Yeah. All right, tell us your fucking guilty pleasure songs. You can, of course, find us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all those places. We'd love to have conversations with our audience.
Right.
So
tweet some Mike Jones at me. Just some random lyrics.
Tell me what your favorite Young Jeezy food song is. Just let us know. But yeah, it's been an absolute blast, guys. I can't wait to do this again. All right, guys, let's take off. I'm Nick Potter.
I'm Joey Potter.
Colin Sage.
It's been real. It's been fun. Hasn't been real fun.